I like your hat.
That's the name of it, You'll Wonder.
You'll wonder?
I'm a landscape artist, so and the gardens I create are wilderness gardens. So what's like the first thing
For me?
you think of?
Well, I grew up in the city. I was in Yonkers until I moved out here. And, you know, the city was nice, but it's a city. Being one with nature is amazing. Getting your hands dirty, searching for worms, searching for bait, digging the ground. I love it, you know. I even started my own worm farm at home because
Oh, cool.
I was getting tired of digging. So I said, let me try something else. I started that.
The topsoil makers.
Oh, yeah. They're great.
Yeah, I love getting my hands in the dirt too,
Oh,
so I could relate.
And what's awesome is I built a vegetable patch in the yard.
Yeah.
So I'll take that dirt with the worms, put it in the vegetable patch. You know, keep that fresh.
Have you noticed a difference?
Season. Yeah.
Soil is such a major player in the game, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
And for the world issue now, they're doing a lot of study on carbon sequestration, getting carbon back in the ground. Healthy soil is what it's all about.
And, you know, the fresh air.
Right.
You know, I sit in my yard a lot. You know, summertime is I mean, I'll sit out there even when it's 30 degrees because I just love the fresh
You love the fresh air.
that hits you. People want to get out more because now it's kind of like you shouldn't be out that often, but you want to be out because you're forced to be in.
Right.
So
Because of your tasks or
yes,
whatever. Right.
Exactly. I go hiking too. Just came back from Pennsylvania with my wife and my son.
So the three of you go out into the woods?
Yeah, we go into the woods. My wife is a mushroom fanatic. So
No way.
We try to
So you know your mushrooms?
I don't. She does.
It's a fantastic.
It's a great hobby.
Listen to you two.
You know, it's an amazing thing. You know, you find mushrooms.
So you're
they're
teaching your
edible.
son what's edible.
Yeah. We brought some home.
That's real connection there, man.
Yeah, we brought some home. We dried them out. We're going to chop them up and, you know, freeze them. And use them for tea, use them for soup, use them for whatever.
From wilderness to table.
Yeah. It's an amazing
You know, the
thing.
farm to table, I'm thinking what you're doing is wilderness to table.
And it's an amazing feeling because you really get to know nature and what it's about. You know, while you're out there, you see the life forms that are out there. You got chipmunks, you got squirrels, you know, worms obviously, but you know, there's snakes running around, little lizards running around. You look off into the corner, there's a family of deer running around, which is a great thing.
This is all in Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania, New York.
Yeah.
I'm in Belmont Lake a lot.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Hiking around there.
So
fishing over there.
and you're looking for all these things. You're like, what's that? And then you see it's a chipmunk.
Listen, we all want to exercise, right?
Right.
Who doesn't want to exercise?
Right.
But isn't it fun to get your steps in and get your exercise in while at the same time you're looking at something and realizing this is growing without any human touching it and it's here.
Right. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Amazing.
You're right on, man.
Amazing thing.
It's so great to hear this.
And I think you have to touch nature.
Physically touch it.
We're human. We're animals, man. We didn't grow up in houses. We grew up in nature, different habitats. Yeah, we had our shelters and all that stuff, but that's what it's about. I love it.
Well, you more than love it. Like, you're really very conscious of it,
Yes.
which is really great. So I got a lot of goodness right there. And so what I want to do next with you, so do you feel like your love of nature has been growing over the years?
Absolutely.
So there's layers of it?
Absolutely. You know, as a kid, I always wanted to be outdoors, but
Right.
it was more sports related.
Okay.
Hockey, not hockey, like street hockey, stickball, basketball, everything that was on a man-made court.
Right, but you were outside.
But I was outside.
Okay.
As time went by, you get older, you can't play as much as you used to, but you still want to be outdoors. So I transitioned into nature. And believe it or not, I play a lot of golf too.
Okay.
And golf puts you in that same state. You're on the grass. You're near the woods.
Yeah.
You're listening
For a
to-
lot of golf course, you can be aware of your surroundings.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just a lawn, it's
Right.
the woods still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then again you look over, family of fox, you know, in the corner coming out of the woods, or you look over, there's deer. You know, I've run into several animals. I saw a hawk come down into the bunker one day, and I'm thinking it's attacking something. And apparently it thought the rake that we had that was on there.
Yeah, it was a snake?
It thought it was something, so it went to attack it. It was just amazing how the hawk just swooped down. And you know,
It landed and went for the rake.
it went for the rake, yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they're big.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are.
And we see a lot more. I mean, they made a nice comeback.
Yes, and you know, this whole thing where COVID happened and the fishing, you know, you couldn't go out on the boats and things like that, I think it helped the water too. The water's more active now.
Interesting to see the overall effect to the earth because of our less activity.
Oh yeah.
Because it's global, right?
Yeah,
You know, I know some other areas are.
Very positive.
Yeah, I've heard early
Positive effect.
early stuff in the spring about healthier water.
Yeah.
They were saying, well, this spring that just passed, they were saying like in Venice the water was clearer.
Thank you again, Michael. It was a pleasure.
Peace.
Take care.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
What's up, gentlemen?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Do you guys, I'm doing this project asking people if they'd like to share what they love about nature. And I've been going to all state parks to do it because, you know, probably people that are already loving nature. Would you be interested?
It's really not talking.
I understand. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks for listening.
Yep.
Hello. What are you spelling? What are you saying? Oh, there's one on the boat. Oh, there's two on the boat. Look, it's 3, 4 on the boat. So, this guy is one of these guys. Who are these guys? Oh, look at you. I didn't see you standing there. This is a confrontation. We are very close to each other. What are you gonna do? I'm not gonna hurt you. You very big. You got sharp nails. Oh, you little pooper had you. Now if oh, there you go. See ya. Nice takeoff. Oh man, we walked up on each other, didn't we? Yes, nice play. Nice play indeed. We're good.
Hello.
Giving you your right away.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, watch it.
I know.
It's one of the silver linings, right? We're more aware of each other's space. Look at this setup, man. There's a guy way out there, all by his lonesome. Guy's all by himself, man. He doesn't want to talk to me. Unless, of course, I walk over there. I could walk over there. That could be a thing to do. This truly is the poop deck. Yeah, now, that's a cool shot, right? Very interesting. Those blackbirds are up there. They're poking around, looking for jewels in the poop. Jewels in the poop. Jewels in the poop. Here comes a boat. I think you're gonna time it where you're gonna see these people and you're gonna chat them up. Coming in. I love you guys, man. You make some great calls. Who is this? Is this Captree Pride? Captree Pride coming in. This is going to be interesting. Look at these guys. Welcome back. How'd we do? Woo! There's a fish story. What time did you guys go out?
6 a.m.
All right. 6 a.m. Earth Day 309. I'd say those guys love nature. Lots of poop. Bones, chicken bones. possibly. Easier to go that way, to the left, because that's where we know there's more people. And the guy we talked to, and I told we'd see him again. The guy on the right, though, he looks really interesting all out there by himself. It's the last guy in the dock syndrome. You know? I think that's part of it. It just seems like intriguing to go talk to that dude for some reason. We'll give him plenty of room. In case of emergency, life-saving ring. Doesn't say what to do though. Is it something in there? Yep, pull to open. Right here, and there it is. Jim Bowie. Very cool. Jim Bowie. Oh, hello. May I make your acquaintance? You seem like you have a few air miles on your wing. Could I be wrong about that? Ooh, poopy poop. I'm noticing a pattern with the pooping. Does that mean that you'll be a little lighter for takeoff? I'm not gonna force you to leave the dock. That's the thing, that's your call. See, I'm going over here and you're going over there. So, Mr. and Mrs. Seagull, what do you love about nature? Anything? You love flying? Do you love swimming? Do you love having toes like that? Those toes are crazy, man. You got a lot of like webbing between each nail. You got 3 nails and a lot of webbing. Are you getting your feathers all ready for a takeoff? Nice chatting with you. Look, my shadow is on your toes. Hello. Hello. Sergeant de Gaulle. Yes. We got the grassland here. This guy's like, get the fuck out of here. The pump out station. Cost, hour, operation, days available, restrictions. In case of problems, please contact the following. Keep our waters clean, use pump out. And this one is blue crabs. The recreational possession limits 50 crabs per day, no sale. Size limit, hard shell, 4.5 inch. Possession of female crabs with eggs is prohibited. Violators may be reported toll free. There's a phone number. Oh, look what we got here. We have a sunken ship off the Bob Moses Causeway. We got a cork. And we got some retaining wall, a little flotation, and there's the instant karma. Oh, no. That is interesting. Instant karma sailboat, and looks like it met its instant karma. Look at the curvature of the dock. Now how weird is this doing this, right? Like this poor guy, he's at the end of the dock wanting nothing to do with anybody. Big part of the beauty is when the light is in it. Now if I walk in here, that's cool stuff, right? Seed with light behind. All right, take care, stranger. Take care, stranger. Look who's here. I got to talk to you. You just still sitting there, huh? What's on your menu today, man? You gonna get fed by someone else, or you gotta figure it out today? Right? It's eat or be eaten. Oh, you look delicious. That sumptuous breast meat. I'm salivating for that tail feather meat. No, I'm not. But you got a cool beak. I could probably make a pair of scissors out of that, or tweezers. Right? And the toenails, say no more. That is some look you got going. Open toe, right? Is that an open toe setup? All right, I'm sorry. Love you. Love you, seagull. I really do. You know, I'm not trying to be cute, but you know, how about that water undulating? That's trippy. All right, enjoy your day. I'm turning now. I'm leaving you alone for good. Or not. Hey, the trickle. Is it bouncing? The spider. The light in the spider. Shadows. It's nature for you, huh? If you just twist that knob, you probably waste less water. Let's see. Yep. Cool. Trickle. I think I figured out the reason I didn't speak to those women on the bench, because they were sitting and they looked friendly, was that I realized later that they were eating. And it's not good to talk to people when they're eating. It just doesn't add up. Oh, you guys. What is this? We meet again. You couldn't stay away, huh? Oh yeah, you're intimidating, mother. Oh baby. Look at you. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 black tough guys. Really? Choppa, 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 choppa. Choppa, 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 choppa. I take my eyes off you. Whoa. All right. Big guy's gone. Still go out? The boats.
They'll go out. Some of them will go out until December 15th. If
Huh?
the bass is still around.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like the bass will run depending on the weather, or
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And if we get a snowfall of a couple inches or more, they're
go.
They're gone. They're offshore and
So that's the key piece.
yeah.
Long time ago, you know about the guys that go out there and swim with
Skish.
Skish?
Yeah.
You know Skish?
Oh yeah.
Not many people know Skish. I tell everyone I know that story because I was out there and I'm like, what is this guy going out with a surf
Okay.
guy?
I know guys that used to do it, and I know guys that do it.
Still do it.
Oh yeah.
That's so. You know people that are doing it, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, they'll swim, a couple of 100 yards offshore.
Look what you just missed. 4 swan flyover. Instant Karma and Kismet. It's very interesting. How is that possible? Howdy. All right. Yep. ErthDay309. Oh, there's my friend. There's my ex-stranger friend. So, short ones. People want to talk about this. And, you know, you went right in the upper class, like right off the bat. You're so like in tune, it's great. So what's happening right now? Is this tide coming in to the bay?
Came in, I think it's going out.
It's going out
I
now.
think it's starting to go out, yeah.
It's, oh, I talked, so I was at the end of this other pier I walked, and Captree boat was coming in.
Yeah.
And I talked to the guys as I was at the end of the pier, and I said, so how was it? And they're using their hand gestures, how big the fish think on, you know?
Yeah, of course. This big.
Like that,
That's
yeah.
the guy on the end spoke.
Yeah?
Yeah, the guy with the cooler.
Oh man, that'd be cool.
Bluefish.
I'd like to see you catch something right now.
Me too. Trying to up my game a little bit. It's been a while.
So you're using the crab, you said, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm just gonna crack them,
So it seeps out,
and so it's dry, so it kind of tracks everything there.
like a tea bag.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, you want to keep the target alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep the target alive.
Yep. So let's see. Yeah, see? Gone.
Interesting. Yeah, it's,
This tide is strong too right now.
yeah, I see it. It seems like it's really moving around.
Yeah.
Did you see those 4 swans fly over just now?
Yeah.
Kismet Lighthouse. And down there's a sailboat that's sunken half in and half out near the pier down there. And the name of that is Instant Karma. So it's like
that's pretty cool.
Instant Karma and Kismet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in the middle of both those things happening.
That's pretty cool.
One's a lighthouse to warn ships not to shipwreck, and one's a. He's almost the size of a tea bag.
Yeah. Right?
Right, how you get that hook in relationship to the shell structure.
There's a spot on Sore Thumb, like they call it the Cove.
Right.
Where, I'm sorry, just
Get them. The cove is where the bay meets the ocean.
So this is like the beach, right?
Right.
So and Sore Thumb is here.
Yep.
So it comes in and there's like an inlet here.
Right. I know it.
Right over here, apparently because of the current, it's
Wait.
a big drop.
Ah.
So if you walk over that sand dune and just go to that spot there and you drop it in,
Interesting.
you'll
Critters are down in there.
yeah. So guys,
That makes sense. How I know how water flows. It's like an eddy, and it digs a hole.
Yep, I walked up and I was like, all right, I started fishing my regular on the beach. The guy left. He goes, I'll be back in about 10 minutes with a catch. I said, yeah, okay. Nothing's biting here.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, sure enough,
Yeah.
the guy showed up. He had a nice cocktail blue in his hand, right out of that cove.
That's where they're habitating.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a project that is going to take a while to get to its maturity level.
Oh,
And I'm all in, man. So like time-wise, it's not going to be an issue for me.
yeah.
So the idea is, so you're a honey maker, right? You're part of the project as a honey maker.
Yeah.
So you're talking about you love nature, and
Yeah.
that's the honey, and that's what everybody is. And then the hive makers are people who build gardens.
Okay.
And the queen bee is the person, male or female, that I want to attract
Yeah.
that's going to bring resources to a project
Yeah.
anywhere. Because I'm guiding it, I'm not building it. I
Right.
build them in the past. And I want to build a wilderness like in a mall parking lot.
Oh,
I
cool.
want to dig up a mall parking lot somewhere
Yeah.
and build something that really transforms you.
That's pretty cool.
So-
It's a good idea, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I got to tell you, like, you know, meeting strangers. Like, this is called Wandering with Strangers.
Yeah.
And you know, on this subject, we're not strangers. Like right away, it's like I call it the blue-green soul.
Connects to this. Right?
Yeah.
The problem is, you're gonna get people that don't want to talk.
Yeah, that's cool. I respect
just,
that. They're in their own space.
Yeah.
Totally. I've had that today, and it's with a smile. You know, like once they hear the story
Yeah.
and they don't want to talk, and I say I respect that, and I walk away and I say thanks for listening. It was a positive engagement.
Yeah. True.
So let me ask you this one. So it's funny. So I got a little of the answer to this already from you, but what's your take on squirrels? And I'll tell you why I asked.
So, I'm an animal lover,
Right.
but squirrels are they're that thing in nature that just kind of bugs you sometimes.
Okay.
So you try to make your backyard oasis,
Yeah.
and then you just wake up in the morning and the squirrels are in there digging up what you just planted, and it drives me nuts. But then my wife, on the other hand, she's like, no, leave them, let them enjoy. I'm like, do you know they just ate the bulbs we waited 6 months to get from the company because it's not the season to plant them?
Right.
She's like, what? Like, yeah, they just ate what you put into the ground.
Yeah.
That's why we bought a lot. That's her answer to me.
You bought what? Oh, that's why we bought a
We bought a
lot.
lot of them.
Great answer.
Okay. So at first I used to get really aggravated.
Right.
Now I see them in the morning. I'm having my coffee. They're running the fence. They're in the. Say hello to them.
Beautiful. Hey man, you evolved, right?
Yeah.
And that takes some work and some thinking. You know,
Yes.
that's the key.
It does.
Because when people are just angry at the squirrels, right? And I'm
Right.
like, well, this is the critter that figured out how to like cohabitate with us.
Right.
It's the only mammal
Yes.
that we're allowed, we've allowed to be with us. And I say to people, I think a part of it is that it's fairly cute.
Yeah.
If it had a long, narrow tail,
Yeah,
we
right.
wouldn't be all into it.
It's the fuzzy tail.
It's the fuzzy tail.
Yeah, because I mean, look at a possum, right? Everybody looks at a possum. and
Possum's got to go.
This thing's out of the world.
And the
Meanwhile, possums, they're actually helping our environment because they chase out the rats and the other stuff.
Eat the rats. Yeah, yeah. It's part of the balance, right? So if they weren't there, there'd be more of something else. So right, but so the possum, I think, I don't know if like if there's any science behind this, but the fact that they're not cute to us, is that why they stay in it? You know, only come out at night.
Right. Right, exactly.
Because that's what they have to do to survive us.
Right. Yeah.
And with the
Look at
raccoon.
them, like, oh, look at that giant rat. That's the first reaction. You think it's a rat.
Yeah. And I know people, I love nature, man. That's the first reaction. It's like,
it's terrified of you, first of all.
that's right.
You know, so
And it can't see
and
you.
that's why it hisses and that's why they're always reacting like that.
Right.
So our reaction is the same. Oh,
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yes. Right. We're hissing in a different way. We're like, kill that guy. Okay, so that's great. So yeah, the squirrel, I love the squirrel as a great understanding of where you're at with nature, because if you could work through that and love the squirrel because of its athleticism and its beauty and its elegance and their family orientated big time, that if that was...
I've heard they'll even take in abandoned chipmunks to raise.
Yeah.
As their own.
It's true. I've seen that, you know.
Which is you know.
It's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if that was like a love lock, I'm calling it, like on nature, like if you like get down on that too hard, it's hard to, and like love's an ability, so we're trying to improve it. It's in our power to get, you know. So the next thing is like, do you think, so like we have fear of nature.
Right.
And compared to the old days, we don't have as much fear because we're not like looking behind every bush for the wolf.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not in tune as much because we're not really super afraid of our existence with them.
Right.
So where do you think the fear issue comes in with us maybe not connecting to nature as deeply as we could because of the fear? Yeah, so think about it.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think the fear of nature is more of the fear of being outside your comfort level more than anything.
Right.
Some people don't like to get into nature because when they go to sleep, they want to sleep in their bed and they want to make sure that they're in a locked house and nothing can get to them.
Understandable.
When you sleep outside, let's say you're camping, you sleep in a tent.
Right.
Anything can come in.
Yeah, there's fabric between you and it.
It could even be the squirrel. If the squirrel's too cold and he wants to get warm and it's warm in there, he'll find a way in.
Right.
Or he'll find a way to just snuggle up on the tent and put a fear in. You know, some people just are afraid.
The noise, the sound, the scurrying.
Yeah, anything rustling of the bushes.
Oh, I've slept out by myself and it's it's terrifying. And it's a head game, right? Because like you're saying to yourself, what's the chances of you surviving like 99.9 here in the Long Island? Yep. You ever see that show Alone?
Yes.
That really opened my eyes.
Yeah, I give those guys credit.
Isn't that incredible?
I mean, and they go in there with literally a knife.
There was that one guy, Jordan, he won the thing last year.
Yeah.
And his whole approach, surviving in the Arctic in the winter, and like, these guys, a couple of wolves got toe to toe to them, but it was like they knew how to handle it, right? You got to say, back off, wolf. You got to mean it.
Yeah, exactly.
You thinking something's happening? Am I distracting you?
No. Not at all.
I absolutely enjoy a lot watching people fish. Really? The body language when they're casting, how they're standing, relaxed, and I'm like just digging how much they're in love with doing what they're doing. Yeah. It's just amazing when you think about it, like how the whole thing got put together for us to be here at this point. It wasn't always habitable.
Right. It wasn't.
It really wasn't. And then now it's this habitable. It's like so many things living here. And then things go extinct, new things come on board. And like you said before, if we become less because of what we do, then there's going to be more something else. Those little water towers out there full of drinking water for people. I was a water commissioner in my town, West Hempstead.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very hip to like what's going on in the ground and water, and so we're doing a pretty good job with that on Long Island. Yeah. Drinking water from the second aquifer, and there's like the top aquifer used to be drinkable, but it's not. because of farming and everything else, and like what you're saying with us, going in looking for trouble. Like, where's the problems here? Because I wasn't like a career dude with it. I did it for 3 years. I wasn't political. Just luck. I just won this election. Clean Drinking Water Act made it where every water district has to have an independent lab come in and check out their water quality, parts per billion of this and that, right? And they're motivated to find something because then they get paid to put in filtration. Yeah. So whatever the political corruption, and there's plenty in my town, there's 6 water commissioners in my town.
Oh my God.
Scary. Western, yeah. West. So I wanted to know where the toxic spills were in relationship to where our wells are, and groundwater travels a certain way. So that was a battle that I won, but not everyone's doing it. But the good news is what I said. Like, when I found out that this company was motivated to find parts per billion, like, all right, it's not to these hacks that had just got jobs, giving jobs to their family, watching the water. You filter it.
Buy a bottle, which I think is what
Yeah, the bottle's a bad way to go, in my opinion. That's more pollution than it's worth. And when I built that garden 25 years ago, I got a lot of acclaim. It's like I dug a huge hole in my backyard.
Yeah.
It's a 60 by 40 space, small space.
Yeah, it's not big, yeah.
And dug a huge hole and made all these levels, so the main waterfall falls off a grade down 11 feet into what I call a logjam waterfall. So you got logs down, you got a forest floor. So when my squirrels dig, they put their nose in the pine needles, and they make these adorable little circles everywhere.
That's really cool.
And they're planting, they're not pulling out my bulbs. But the bulb if you want bulbs, make a bunch of bulbs. Yeah. And they can only take, but if you feed them something, so when we buy pumpkins this time of year, those pumpkins go fast, man.
Pretty smart. Built himself a cannon to shoot his.
It's like I hear pop.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the dude's got a cannon. Is that a casting cannon?
Yeah.
And I said to him, I walked right up to him. I go, is that a cannon? He goes, yep. I've never seen someone he was the only one.
Yeah, I've never seen that either, but I've seen, you watch the videos.
Oh, you've seen it. Yeah, that's how you saw
I've
it.
never seen.
I wish I knew my birds better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not great with names. I mean, like once I learn a plant name, I'm into so much of it.
So many of them.
So much of everything.
It really is. I mean, I pulled up a fish when we were in Pennsylvania. I had no idea what it was. It had like a duck bill.
Okay.
Flat face.
Yep.
But it had the body of a mackerel. It had the soft mackerel.
Did you ever figure it out?
So I Googled it. I said, what's in these waters? And then I saw it. They call them chain pickerel.
Pickerel, okay.
And it is
I've heard the name.
It's a freshwater mackerel family.
Wow.
Yeah. It's got like these nice leopard spots.
Wow.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you look close up at the bodies of anything alive, he's checking to see if you got any.
Just bait.
Bait?
Yeah.
Black?
But yeah, I was trying, but it's my first time. So between today and the weekend, I'm hoping to catch something with that.
You're giving yourself a window.
Yeah. It's never the first time.
Yeah, no, it's a good way to go.
When I first came out to Long Island, it was like, come out here, I'm gonna catch fish every day. And it's like, wake up. It's fishing, it's not catching. You gotta learn to tie.
It's fishing, not catching, right?
Certain fish. And so much into it.
Yeah, it's like hitchhiking. You're not like riding. It's not getting a ride.
Right.
You're like, well, I did a lot of that when I traveled, and it's more hiking than hitching. Because hopefully you're walking in the direction you want to go, so you're making progress at least.
Yep. And then
And you get lucky.
Someone picks you up.
Yeah. So does it have to be on the bed on the ground at the bottom for the crabs to get it, or they're suspended in
Generally, it's the bottom.
bottom, but they could swim up a little bit?
It depends.
Or do what they do.
Where I've had where you layer your hooks, you have your weight here.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen them come up to grab them.
Yeah, you figure they have to be mobile vertically somehow.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really saw a crab do its thing. Like, I've seen them on the ground moving around, but not in water. Those are pretty crazy, right? These houses out here on these piers.
I know. It's just, you know.
There's somebody there.
Yeah. Those are actual houses.
The homes are over there. Yeah, I know. That's pretty romantic, huh?
Oh, man. I think it's great. You know, fair weather. Come winter time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how many are out there in the winter. You know, if it's the right structure and everything, you could make it through anything.
Yeah.
If it's high enough, obviously. You got to be a certain type of hermit, you know, to deal with it.
See, me, if I lived here winter or summer, I'd want to be out here fishing.
Yeah.
And my wife is the opposite. She'd rather sit home and relax and do home stuff. I gotta force her out.
Is she like a shopper? What does she like to do? Just be home and reading and hanging?
Home, reading,
Be with the babe.
ID Network, horror shows.
Yeah, but that stuff's all available in these buildings.
I know. I say the same thing. Like, I'll just say, listen, I'm planning a trip and we go.
Right.
And I just tell her, you need to pack from this day to this day, and then we go.
And then she enjoys it.
Yeah, and then she loves it.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, if I have to force her out,
That works.
give her the option, you gotta stay home.
She stays home. But what does she say when she comes? So then does she, because I know when I travel and I come back, because I love to travel, but when I come back, I love to come back.
Yeah.
So you get to come back if you
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
It is. But
Oh yeah, this is them. They're coming back already.
my son is like her. You know, if there's nothing going on, he'll sit home, but once you force him out,
Stays out and loves it.
yeah, you don't want to come in.
Yeah, it's so much more interesting out here. And you could be in at any time, you know, like you do go back. But if you never leave, you never leave. Yeah, just getting that breeze on your neck and hearing the flutter of the everything. Look at you. More bait.
Yeah.
More bait.
Yeah, exactly. No!
You bastard.
Bastard is right.
He'll be bigger the next time you pull him in.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Good luck, man. I'm gonna keep track of you. You're on Facebook and everything too?
no, Twitter and YouTube are the
All right.
videos.
I'll
So,
look up on Twitter.
so